Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2024 general reading. We're looking at the first half of May, roughly from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for the air sign of Gemini, our lovely twins. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're doing well. As always, gratitude for taking the time for being here and watching these videos. So Gemini, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Gemini, if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, this video is relevant. If you know any or all of your sign placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, watch those videos as well. If you're on the cusp of two different signs, watch both of those videos as well. Doing that can bring in additional insight and perspective that will help you get a clearer picture of your personal situation. Now, if something does hit home, if it really resonates, if you'd like to take a deeper look at it and perhaps reach out for a personal reading with me, for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info by clicking on the description of this video. I would love to hear from you, and I can usually get back to you within 24 hours with information. I do offer a pretty wide variety of readings, all areas of life, different types, lengths, styles, budgets, spreads. There's something in there for everyone. And I'm pretty diligent at timely scheduling of personal readings too. So if you're interested, send me a message. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the first half of May looks like for you. For those of you who like to know, I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot, both by artist Cyril Marchetti. We begin with the Chariot. Success through determination and perseverance of control and specific focus direction, overcoming obstacles and challenges through self-control and a specific focus. With the Four of Wands, celebration, something coming to a conclusion in a celebratory way. One of the happy home, harmony, family, marriage cards as well. Unexpected blessings, happy surprises. Social energy in this. Some of you might be getting married. Some of you might be making plans around some kind of social engagement of some kind, a wedding, a party, a family reunion. There might be some challenges or some obstacles to overcome. It might be that some of you are having difficulty pushing through your own challenges or insecurities in opening yourself up to people coming in your sphere or finding your own community. Next, we have the Four of Swords. This is a card about rest, recuperation, gaining insight, maybe getting some feedback or advice from someone else, taking time to reflect about what you need, about what you want, focusing on healing, focusing with the Two of Cups, soulmates, kindred spirits, best friends. Taking time to reflect and focus on your relationship life. Now, this is a general reading, and they tend to resonate a little differently for everyone. So your relationship life can be a variety of things. It can mean your own personal romantic relationship life, like with a specific partner, whether you have one or whether you don't and you feel it's time you did. Or best friends. There may be one already established in your life. There might be issues, and it may be that things have gone on for a while and it's time to focus on kind of healing that relationship or getting healing in that part of your life, whether it's focusing more on a relationship to bring healing to it or perhaps considering going your separate ways. It may be that some of you are lonely and want to have a partner or a best friend, but perhaps you have your own issues or fears or doubts or insecurities to push through. Next, we have the Knight of Swords, because it feels like there's an issue here, like a problem or a concern or an issue here, and you're unsure as to how to proceed. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords moves forward in a very decisive, assertive, action-oriented way, but he does it in a very smart, very calculated, very wise way. This isn't somebody who just says charge and goes forward without any clear plan or direction. This is somebody who takes the time to do the research, put the plan together, and then boom, he's off and running. With the Seven of Swords, which is the opposite kind of energy. This is a card about dreams, options, and illusions. or delusions. Not all of the options are real. You have to figure out which one it is and pursue it. Make sure there's a sense of being indecisive about what to do about something, which way to go, what decision to make, what course of action to take. The temptation here is pursuing something that isn't quite real or isn't quite grounded or isn't really in alignment with your best life path moving forward, right? From the bottom of the deck, well, that makes sense. From the bottom of the deck, the overall focus and theme, Gemini, for, did I say Libra? This is for Gemini. Maybe there's a Libra in here somewhere too. The Ace of Swords. This is the overall focus and theme for the first half of May, Gemini, which makes sense because this is about operating in a smart way. This is about needing clear insight in order to know which direction to move in, right? And this is looking at the truth, the practicality, and the reality of everything in order to make the best decision possible. Sometimes when we use this lovely Seven of Cups energy to make choices, it's not really based in reality. It's based only on what we think the possibility and potential of something is. It's kind of like daydreaming, building castles in the sky, fantasizing, which is fine. We all need to have a dream. But at a certain point, you need to buckle down, okay, which one is good for me? And then you have to look at the black and white details, the practicality of things, to make smart, wise decisions moving forward so you don't end up chasing a dream that can't materialize or an illusion. The Ace of Swords is that you're going to need clarity and insight in order to do this, to move forward, because it feels like there's a lack of clarity and insight here. It could be for some of you that you want to have a partner, you're lonely, or or maybe you're in a relationship and it's just not satisfying. There's this sense of wanting something better, wanting something more, wanting something different, and having, these ideals in your mind of what that looks like. And the temptation here, or the challenge, is in not letting yourself get pulled by all these different things and just rushing out and then finding yourself in a situation or a relationship or a community, that you regret being in, or, that turned out not to be, Well, let's peel it back a little, shall we? Let's take a look at that overall energy of the Ace of Swords. I got something in my eye today. Ace of Swords. The Knight of Swords again, and Temperance. There's a real sense of caution here, Gemini. Now, you're an air sign, which is, air is the element that governs the mind, belief systems, ideologies, perspectives. So it's your primary elemental energy, but there's a real sense of caution here about not rushing forward into anything, going, oh, that looks beautiful, it's going to be perfect, it's going to be the next great big thing in my life, and boom, you go after it without taking time to kind of look at it, research it. Okay, let's say that I do this thing. Before you do it, let's say that I do this thing, that I choose this path. What is it really going to look like? Because sometimes in the heat of the emotions or the beauty of the dream, we focus only on the most perfect thing it could be without looking at the challenges or the logistics, and so there's an implication here that there are these things need to be considered, so don't rush forward and do it without doing your homework and making a wise, informed decision. Chariot and the Four of Wands. The Moon. Lack of clarity, hidden fears. The Fool. Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. These are all cards that represent leaving something behind. You're involved in a situation that's messy or unhappy, or you're discontent with it, and you want something different, you want something better, you want something more, and you're contemplating just leaving it behind and starting off something completely, just like running in a different direction. But what I'm getting here, and what I think this caution is about, Gemini, is that feeling of not liking the situation or whatever it is you're in or wherever it is you're at. is strong, and the challenge is it wants to pull you off in another direction without exploring what that other direction might actually look like day to day, right? It's like, no, it'll be great, let's just go, kind of energy, and that can get us into trouble. Let's take a look at that Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. It doesn't mean you can't choose a different direction. It just means that, look, you need to take time to figure out which one is the best one. You need to take a look, okay, if I feel like moving, what's it going to cost? Can I find a place that I can afford? I mean, it's like, I want to move to a nicer place. I find this nicer place. But, and I just move in without taking a look at, okay, this is what I'm going to be paying here. Maybe I'm going to be paying more for heating, for electricity. How does that work with my budget now? It's like rushing forward and doing it and then finding out later that maybe that wasn't such a great decision, or maybe you should have taken your time and looked for other options that were more in alignment with you, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Four of Swords, Two of Cups. For those of you that are in a relationship, there is a sense that Four of Swords, Two of Cups, that perhaps the relationship needs to be focused on so that there can be some healing and some renewal there. Or if you find that the healing and renewal isn't possible, then you need to make perhaps some difficult decisions to go a different way so that you can have the potential and opportunity to open yourself up to a person or people who are more in alignment with you. For others of you that are single or just lonely and wanting to have a partner or more of a social life, I feel like there's one on the horizon, but you're going to have to open yourself up to allowing people into your environment or to going into other social environments. King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Two of Cups. Again, we've got the Two of Cups twice here. Some of you, it might be another air sign. Or again, it's Ace of Cups, new love and romance or emotional renewal. Ten of Wands, a heavy burden, feeling overwhelmed, something's coming to an end. The Eight of Wands, swift movement, travel, communication. Tell me about the Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups. It's interesting mishmash of energy, but underneath it, general readings tend to resonate, of course, a little differently for everyone. But there's a one constant strong theme here is don't rush into anything simply as a form of escape. It's like some knight in shining armor comes along and you're just like, oh, my knight in shining armor, and you go off with this knight in shining armor, but maybe he's not the knight in shining armor. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. Maybe his armor is a bit tarnished, but you don't notice that in the beginning because, you just rush right over there. Well, if he's not, who's going to save you from the knight in shining armor then, right? It takes time. It takes time, and it takes some planning and some research. I mean, it doesn't have to be love and romance related, but this is about being careful about how you move forward and not allowing your emotions, which seem to be directly tied into discontent in a current situation, not letting the emotion of that make you rush off into something just as a form of escape and find out that you've jumped out of the frying pan directly into the fire. So be careful. Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, winning at all costs. Yeah, again, be careful and cautious with that energy. Three of Wands, this is a more patient, gestative waiting card. It's about planting, feeling pretty good about what you've planted, but then you have to wait for that chip to come in. You have to wait for that plant to grow. It takes time. There's no shortcut or substitute for it. Think carefully before you make specific decisions in the pursuit of going after your heart's, what you think is like your wish fulfillment. You know, there's always a bit of cautionary advice in this Nine of Cups, this getting everything that you want. Be careful, because, you know, that's, if I could just have that, then I'll be happy. If this could just happen, then I'll be happy. And the thing happens, and, you know, and maybe it's not quite exactly what you thought it was going to be, but you didn't know that at the beginning because you rushed in instead of taking your time to kind of look at it from a variety of different angles, you know. So advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. The Lovers. A lot of people are getting this. I've only done half the signs so far, but there's a strong, like, relationship theme, whatever that might mean to you, but there is a strong relationship theme. The Lovers. A choice, two paths. Might be a love romance relationship. We do have the Two of Cups here. There's a choice. It's either about a relationship. Do we continue together? And if so, how? How do we need to focus on this and work on this to make it better and grow? Or perhaps we can't and we need to go our separate ways. Or it's a decision in another area of life, you know, maybe work, career, or money, or something like that, but it's going to affect the primary relationship. Again, there's this underlying sense of caution in don't jump into anything head first, right? We want to make sure there's water in the pool before we jump. The Hermit, the Hanging Man. Take your time to watch things play out a little bit, maybe looking at it from a different perspective. Okay. Yes, focus. Yes, acknowledge what possibility and potential there might be in a situation, but also ask yourself what could be the disadvantages of the situation. What are the pros? What are the cons? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What would be the gains? What would be the challenges? So that you can make the best, most informed decision possible. Again, for those of you who are looking to open up a life that you feel is maybe a bit empty, socially empty, or love empty, it's a question of opening yourself up to having people come into your sphere and to exploring other social environments as well. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Gemini, those are your messages for the first half of May 2024. I don't know why I almost said 2022. 2024. I hope you enjoyed them, that they were relevant, helpful, and useful for you, gave you some food for thought, or validated what you were already thinking and feeling. In any case, if they did resonate or hit home and you'd like to maybe pull the curtain back on it a bit, take a deeper look, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, email me at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info by clicking the description of this video. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the May mid-month readings. Stay safe and well until then. Hope to see you back here.